Hello boys and girls, I hope you're ready for another exciting story from the Bible. Today's story is about a man called Job. Job was a very good man and he loved God. God had blessed Job very much. Job had thousands of cattle, so lots of sheep and other animals. He had a big family of 7 sons and 3 daughters, and so Job was a healthy and very happy man. God was pleased with Job, but the devil said, "Job only loves you because you have given him so many good things. But if you take away everything that he has now, he will forget you and turn away from you in sin." And so things were about to get pretty hard for Job. Job was going about his day as usual when all of a sudden a man came rushing into him and said, "Job, me and your servants were looking after the cows when suddenly this group of thieves came and took all of the cows away for themselves and have killed the other servants, but I ran as quick as I could and only I have escaped to tell you." While this man was still speaking, another man rushed in and said to Job, "Me and the others were watching over the sheep when a huge fire came down from heaven and killed the servants and the sheep, and only I have escaped to tell you." Oh no, things were not looking good for Job. Just like before, another man hurried over to Job and said, "Me and the other servants were with the camels when a group of robbers came and took the camels for themselves and have killed the others, and only I could escape to tell you." And finally, another man rushed in and said, "Job, your sons and daughters were in their house eating and having a feast when a huge wind hit the house hard, and the pillars collapsed, and the roof fell down and crushed them." When Job heard all of this, he didn't get angry at God. He didn't blame God, but he said, "The Lord has given and the Lord has taken away. Blessed is the name of the Lord." Job trusted in God and stayed faithful. And so the devil said, I know why Job hasn't left you yet. It's because he still has his health. But if you take away his health, he'll turn away from you in a second." And so, soon after, Job fell very sick and had awful itchy boils covering all of his skin. His friends told him that he must have done something wrong, and that's why God was punishing him, but this wasn't true. Despite all of this, Job never blamed God, but trusted God. And do you know what happened? God decided to bless Job twice as much as before because of his faithfulness. God gave Job back his health, and he had twice as much cattle, more sons and daughters, and Job lived for a long time after this. So, what can we learn from Job? Sometimes things don't go the way we want them to. Things go wrong, and we don't understand why. But we should never blame God or give up on God, because God's plan is perfect. And even though we might not understand it now, we'll realize that God has a reason for everything that's happening. God is with us through every hard time and all of our problems. God brought Job through the difficult times and blessed Job more than ever before, and so God will do the same for us. God wants us to listen to Him, and God wants to be your best friend if you'll let Him. God will be with you and bring you through every problem. Trust God even when it's hard. Everything can change, but God never changes. He is always with us, and God answers our prayers. If you're going through a hard time now, or you have a problem that you can't sort out, pray to God, and He'll hear you and help you right now. Thank you for listening to today's story. Make sure to come back to hear more incredible stories from the Bible here at Who's at the Door. Remember what you've learned today. Bye!